interesting, straightforward gospel. The message basically is you need to listen and follow the word of the Lord. It's kind of obvious. We already know that. There's a lot of interesting things within it. And I think the first thing to point out, if anybody else said the words of Jesus, it would be terribly arrogant. Like, if you do what I say, it will be great. If you don't do what I say, then you're doomed. And you'd say, okay, you're right. Good luck, goodbye. So there is a sort of like holy arrogance, or just the fact that Jesus is God, that he can say, he's the only one that can say, if you do what I say, you will be saved. Because I am the truth. I am the source. So I think this first thing is so important, because why do we obey Jesus? Why do we follow his word? Why do we follow his commands? Because we have come to believe that he is the Son of God, that he is the second person of the Trinity, that his words are full of life. So I think that first point is really important. Our obedience is moved by faith. Our following of the Lord is because we have come to believe that he is God. Now, the second thing that I think is very interesting to see is how pointless it is not to follow God, not to obey him. Who would do all the work of building a house on sand? It is so foolish. Once we know he is God, it is so foolish to do anything that is not in tune with God. Because all our effort, all that sacrifice, all that work just goes down to ruin, disappears, and nothing goes with it. It's like building on sand. While if you build on the Lord, if you build on what he has said, then all of that will remain no matter what. And it's interesting today, Jesus says the rain falling or floods coming or wind blowing, etc. We could say, and COVID coming. No. And if you are rooted in Jesus, even though it's going to be difficult, even though there's going to be a lot of anxiety, even though there's going to be a lot of uncertainty, even though all the even those, you're going to be okay. Your efforts are going to remain. How beautiful is that? Your efforts will remain for all eternity when they are rooted in God. It is every effort you do, every sacrifice you do, you wanted whatever, far from the Lord, it all goes. At the beginning it appears like a house like any other. It looks exactly the same. It appears exactly the same as the other one. But if you do not root it in God, it will disappear. Yet rooting it in God, it will last for all eternity. How beautiful that is. Dear brothers and sisters, that is where our obedience comes from. When we believe in God and recognize that whatever we do in him will have eternal fruit.